Sum up 2020? Well, when I think about it, I think about the fact that we stayed home, we wore masks to everything. Our world really has changed forever when it comes to how we communicate through our computer screens. I graduated online, and so did thousands of others across the country, and we also rallied for equality. This isn't the Love Awards that we planned. In fact, we rescheduled, I think, 2 or 3 times, but this is a Love Awards that we are never going to forget. It's still so important to honor the young women in our community that are encouraging others, doing positive things, and truly making a difference. And here at the magazine, we've always been about celebrating young women who are just your everyday girls that do extraordinary things. Yes, celebrities are fun, but it's important to honor the girls that are right here in our community. We want to make sure that this message gets out to as many people as possible. It's so important that we get exposure for these young women, so comment, like, share this video, and tag an empowered woman in your life. We want to share this message with everyone. Our first honoree is for the Teacher's Choice Award, which is sponsored by Vanessa Tayler, a longtime teacher at Rock Island High School. She's also a longtime supporter of our magazine and our mission. This award is specifically created for teachers to honor a student that they think is amazing, and that's exactly who we have today. We have an amazing young woman who hopes to become a writer someday. It makes me so happy to know that we have the next generation of writers, because writing and journalism is so important to help us stay informed. I remember the first time that I wrote an article and the response that I got from my peers, and now I get to be a journalist every single day with Channel 4. So it's so important that we have writers and girls who are hoping to make a change through their stories.
As a mom, board member of Love Girls magazine, and a woman who cares deeply about leadership opportunities for the young women and girls in our community, I am thrilled to present the Teacher's Choice Award. All of us at Love Girls are eternally grateful for the work of the teachers who work tirelessly to encourage, guide, and care for the children of this community. Thank you. It's with that grateful heart that I am thrilled to offer my congratulations to this year's Teacher Choice Award winner, Lola Brooke.
A lot of people inspire me because in this world, it wasn't always just it's mainly a man's world, and when there are women who are strong and enduring, then they really just inspire you. I really like the nuclear physicist Jian Qiangwu. She did a lot in the creation of the atomic bomb, which she didn't get a lot of credit for. And I also really like the Nobel Prize winner Donna Tartt. She wrote one of my favorite books, The Goldfinch. It's a really nice book. I also like Virginia Woolf because she did a lot in literature that I find really beautiful and just kind of empowering. When I see myself as a writer in the possible future, I sort of see myself in a big city, a cup of tea and just a computer and, living a life, basically. I would like to go somewhere like NYU or Stanford because they have really good creative writing programs, and that's something I like to do. I like creative writing a lot.
So, story time. I've been with the magazine for a very long time, and in 2013 or 2014, there was a play called Lessons in Love that was produced by Love Girls magazine. I had my acting debut as Mulan's mom. Didn't go well. I had 3 lines, and guess how many of those lines I messed up? You probably guessed right, it was all 3. But someone who didn't mess up all 3 of those lines is our next award winner, who is Elena Vallejo. And she is our performing arts winner for this year. Not just for the work that she does on the stage, but also for the work that she does off the stage. She helps students and families feel empowered through photography. I'm so excited to award her with the Performing Arts Award.
I started out photography really just with my friends. My grandma had this camera that she didn't want and she gave it to me, and my 2 best friends and I started doing little photo shoots in my backyard. When I was 16, I started a nonprofit organization called Picture Empowerment to offer free pictures to anybody who wanted them, because a lot of people don't have the money to get family photos or senior pictures or things like that, and I feel like that should not be an issue that anybody should have to deal with, because getting your pictures taken can be such a positive experience. I'm now in college at St. Ambrose University, and one of my majors is theater, and I got a couple really nice scholarships for theater, which was cool, because I never thought something that, you know, I started in 5th grade just for fun as an outlet could turn into something I'd make money off of.
I have been supporting Love Girls for a little while now. Part of me wanted to say 6, but tallied at 8 for a while, and I will continue to support Love Girls because I really believe in what you guys are doing. Understanding what it feels like to be a young girl with so much inside of you, but no one there to kind of pull it out of you or give you the tools and resources that you need in order to see those things flourish. I'm all for this generation having that and the generations to come. Congratulations to all of the honorees for the Love Awards 2020. So proud of you. I don't even have to know you, but I'm proud of you. And you being honored tonight, you being honored today, shows that you are literally amazing, absolutely amazing, and you are on your way to doing amazing things. So I have a little song. Forgive my little voice if it crackles, okay? But I have a little song. It's called Free Your Dreams. I'm gonna sing it, but I need you to snap, clap, snap, crackle, and pop with me, all right, while I'm doing it. And disregard that I have my phone, you know, just go for it. All right. I'm ready to live this thing called life. I'm taking it one day at a time. Won't let the bad moments change my mind. I'm freeing my dreams from deep inside. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm just trying to use what I got. Over time, you'll see that I may get a little bit weak, but it don't mean that I still don't have a dream. So I say, reach up and touch the sky, fly high, jump up and kiss the sun. You've already won. Look up and don't look back. You're on the right track. Wake up and free your dreams into reality. Free your dreams, ladies. Free your dreams.
If you're feeling inspired by the stories that you've heard today, we would love it if you can share this video, like it, comment on it, actually drop your favorite emoji. I always love seeing what everybody's favorite emojis are. Mine is the crying laughing face, and I use it at least a couple times a day, but enough about me. I'm always so excited when we get to see former cover girls come back and give back to our magazine, including Adriana Blanco, who is presenting our next award.
The Love Girls Awards is a wonderful opportunity, and it gives us a time to shine light on not only the leadership, but also talents that sometimes go unnoticed in the Quad Cities. The Hughes Cam Collins Leadership Award for 2020 goes to Tayler Gilmore from Moline High School. Even before 2020, Tayler was an advocate for Black Lives Matter. Tayler inspired teachers and students to start an African American history club at her school, on top of always advocating for Black Lives Matter. Tayler's a grand supporter of the community, and we appreciate you, Tayler.
I was inspired to start the African American History Club when I went on a field trip for the school. We went to the University of Iowa for a college fair. We started talking and we're like, we don't have a club like this at school. We should start something. We're like, yeah, that's a good idea. It was like me and 3 other people. We're like, yeah, let's do that. But a lot of people, a lot of students are like, so you're just strictly having your club for African Americans? I'm like, no, that's not what it's about. We're trying to educate everyone while also embracing our heritage.
The 2020 Brave Award goes to Erica Barnett. Erica, this song is for you. Behind a girl, there's a need to feel embraced, feeling of a place of belonging. Behind the makeup is a girl with natural beauty. She don't need to cover up her scars.
My favorite quote in the world is by Wendy Mass that states, "Be kind, for everybody you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about." My first memory of being bullied was actually in first grade. I had this unique birthmark on my forehead. It was a straight line and it would turn bright purple when I was cold. And so I was name called for that, and I think that really started the isolation that I felt all throughout elementary, middle school, and high school. In high school, my junior year, I decided that this was no longer a safe place for me to be, and so I transferred high schools. And that was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. I started becoming an advocate for those that had been bullying and starting to share my story. Kind of through the pageant world is where I chose that to be the main platform that I dedicated myself to. When I was 14 years old, I actually received a couple different chronic invisible illness diagnoses, and that was also a huge thing that I was made fun of for and not believed. That was a tough thing for me to process, being 14 years old. But now I've realized that I was given those illnesses for a reason, and that's to be an advocate, to be a believer of women and men who are going through similar things.
Break through the shell, throw it away, and reveal your true self. Gotta be strong, strong like you are, be brave, brave like you are, be fierce. We are warriors. Gotta be strong, strong like you are, be brave, brave like you are, be fierce. We are warriors.
The way that we communicate today has changed so much since the start of the pandemic. If you're anything like me, you've spent so much time staring at a computer screen, communicating with others, whether that be via Zoom, via Facebook, anything, just to stay connected with others in this really strange and challenging time. But our next 2 guests are actually coming to us via Zoom, including the mother of NBA star Andre Iguodala. She's going to be presenting the next winner.
Something that I instilled in Andre at a very young age is that you're more than a basketball player. You are a contributor to society. You're a contributor to your culture. This young lady has a profound foundation. She has an excellent start, and what I would say to her is continue on, my sister. I mean, she's headed in definitely the right direction, and I am so proud of her. Just stay focused, go in with a purpose, and go in with, you know, determination, and go in with grace.
I knew I loved basketball in 8th grade when I realized I was actually kind of good at it, and I enjoyed playing all the time. I know like a lot of people inspire me, but I think the one that inspires me the most is my mom, because she's very hardworking and she's always given me like everything that I've needed. And she works all the time, so I don't see her. I never got to see her all the time, but I understood because she was trying to like pay for everything. I think the pay gap between women's basketball and men's basketball is not fair. I never understood like why like that, like why there is such a big pay gap, because like it's literally just like you're playing the same sport. It's just one's women's and one's men's.
Our next award is a really special award. It was created last year after the late Amy Rowell. She was an amazing community leader here in the Quad Cities, and the first recipient was her daughter, Anna Rowell. What's special about this award is that it's given to a young woman, and all of those young women are nominated by their mothers. And what's really important to note here is that it's so crucial to tell people in your life that you love them when you still have the chance. And we're so excited to honor the next young woman.
My name is Ashley Allen. I work at Augustana College in the Office of Student Inclusion and Diversity. I've looked up to educators all of my life because my mom, she has been teaching for 20 years, and then also my grandmother is a retired teacher from education as well. So when I look at them and see the dedication that they've instilled in their students, and then also talk about the hard work that it takes to go in, day out, to not only teach students, but then also inspire them to be the best that they can be, I really look up to that. And so that dedication, that hard work is one that we can see in a teacher, and that dedication also can be seen in one of our award nominees. Her name is Gwendalyn Waggoner.
To me, receiving the award named after Amy Rowell, or as I always call her, Mrs. Rowell, really means a lot, because Anna, her daughter, is my best friend. I grew up having Mrs. Rowell as like a motherly figure to me, and she really was that for all of the girls in our friend group. I'm majoring in English with a double minor in teacher education and special education, because I did the Penguin Project at Augustana College. I worked with that. I was a mentor, and I did things like Best Buddies, and I worked a lot in the special education classrooms at my school. Having those experiences really shifted what I wanted to do with my life, and I really couldn't see myself doing anything differently.
Mentors are the people that we can look towards to see where we want to be later in our lives. And one of the mentors that I've had in my life is Dr. Kit Evans Ford, and regardless of how busy she was with everything that she had going on with her nonprofit, Our Gross House, or her family, or her church, she still made it a point to pour into me, and I think that that's so important. I wouldn't be here without my mentors, and one of our award winners also would not be here without her mentor.
I met her at church, and then one day she was like, hey, do you want to come to the writing workshop? At first, I didn't want to go because I don't really like writing. I didn't like it at first. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to try it out, and then that's where everything started, my writing started.
I met Shanti at church, like she mentioned, and I was starting a youth writing workshop because I write, so I was attempting to do something to encourage kids to find an avenue to do something that expresses themselves when they don't normally may feel like they have a voice other ways, and to release some of that tension, stress, and other things that they may be feeling instead of going into a negative outlet. But the reason why I nominated her is because I ended up getting pregnant, and it's put the workshop on hold. So then I saw this come up, and I was like, I want to remind Shanti that she's amazing, and I don't want to get emotional, but I want to remind her that she's amazing. She's a good writer. Kids need to hear her, and I nominated her. So she remembered that even though the workshop stopped, it's no longer a thing. You still are amazing at what you do and don't ever stop. I don't know if I've ever even told you all of that and how much you are inspiration to not only youth, but myself. Continue to write, like let that be your voice. You don't have to, I know at one point you were struggling with like bullies, peers that just weren't like you in the sense of like your kindness, how you treat other people. So just continue to write as an avenue. Don't let anyone discourage you. Write, that's your voice. And eventually you will continue to reach those that don't understand that using writing as a platform is something that we can continue to do and reach other people in music, song, poetry, spoken word, stories, all of it. Just continue.
When I was a little girl, I felt like I was nothing. Then Miss Mika came around and told me I was something. Now I'm in a little girl's magazine. Look at me, Mom, now I'm following my dream.
And that's why she's the most valuable poet.
One thing that's been incredible to watch is just to see the young women that are in the magazine grow in their confidence, in their storytelling, and their overall self-worth, including one of our former cover girls, Mariah Martinez, who's presenting this next award. And it's been awesome just to see how she uses her voice to help others, and now she's even in pageantry too. So you never know where the magazine can take you.
Hi, my name is Mariah Martinez, and I want you to know it is never too soon to encourage young girls to be leaders. That's why I am pleased to announce the Little Love Awards to Kilee and Abigail.
My favorite quote is definitely, "Though she be little, she is fierce." Well, I have made necessity bags for the homeless, and I've also made activity bags for the children at the Children's Hospital in Iowa City. This summer we had a big storm, so since we can't take bags to the hospital this year, we decided to give those to kids who still have no power in Cedar Rapids. No matter how old you are, how young you are, or who you are, you can make a difference, and it doesn't have to be a huge thing like packing 100 bags and giving them to a center, or if you're just running out to someplace that needs help.
I have volunteered in Girl Scouts. I've done student council. I've helped cook at homeless shelters, and I've helped at animal shelters, and I help at elementary schools sometimes. Well, my favorite quote is one that my family and me made up, and it's, "I'm strong, I am brave, I am kind, and of great courage."
Hello and congratulations 2020 honorees. What a huge accomplishment. I mean, think back to when you had the idea and look how far you've come. Your recognition right here today is about you leading from within, your leadership qualities, the things that you have done to get you where you are today. And I want to remind you, as you are continuing to evolve and learn and grow, dig deep within yourself and ask yourself, what is it that passion, what is that thing that's driving me? And continue to ask questions. Go to your mentors. No question is ever silly. There's never a wrong question. And continue to dig deep and learn and help others. There's something inside of you that says, I want to do this, that I am going to do this. So remember to feel that feeling and continuously grow and do that thing. We are so proud of you. Thank you for being such a huge member in our community. Thank you for all the work that you do.
We couldn't make the Love Awards happen every year without our wonderful sponsors. Whether that be in person or virtually, they still make it happen, including the Royal Neighbors of America, Amy's Gift, ACT Incorporated, Community Healthcare, Hughes Camp and Collins Investments, Argro's House, the Born This Way Foundation, the Iowa Women's Foundation, Plato's Closet, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the YWCA, and CBI Bank. Thank you so very much. And although we couldn't do it without the businesses here in our community, we also love having the support from different communities all across the country, including Memphis.
Oftentimes, I say that although I'm an administrator, I feel like I'm a counselor, and I often tell students, young ladies, to journal and to write and to get it out. And these type of opportunities allow our young ladies to do that. It gives them a voice, and a lot of times they need a voice. They feel like they don't have one, and so these opportunities give them one. And so I'm so glad that you all give them those opportunities to have a voice, so they can feel like they're being heard. And that's so important and so empowering, because a lot of times our young ladies grow up and just through society and media, and a lot of times, women can be easily degraded, and our voice can oftentimes be so diminished. And so that is very empowering for them.
Hi, beautifuls. I am Tayler Williams, also known as the Goddessy, a former Love Girl magazine cover girl. I would like to give a warm congratulations from Memphis, Tennessee to the Quad City Love Girl Award honorees. In closing, I would like to let you beautifuls know to keep that crown up, queen, even when tears are falling from your eyes. Even when you feel like you're falling to your lowest point, keep that crown up, because the peasants are plotting on your downfall. But only you can reign how you reign. Only you can rise how you rise. Only you can queen how you queen, baby. Remember that.
The photo shoot was fun and exciting. But then again, I was like, ooh, do I look like everybody else? And I was like, well, I don't think it matters if I look like everybody else, because I think one of the main things about Love Girls is that we're all trying to find ourselves individually. So to show up and see some girls wearing flats, some girls wearing heels, I was like, I'm wearing shoes. I'm wearing shoes. So I was like, that was pretty cool.
Representation is crucial for young people to see themselves in places of power, whether that be in media, in the community, running the community. Maybe you're even running for mayor, like the next person that's presenting this upcoming award. But regardless, representation lets young people know that they can achieve what it is that they put their mind to, simply because they see someone that looks like them in that place. Our next winner has been a fierce advocate for not only women of color and those in the Latina community, but also for everyone. She's advancing the entire community with her work.
Hi, I'm Thurgood Brooks. I'm a candidate for mayor in Rock Island in the 2021 election. I've been a supporter of Love Girl magazine for several years. I do so because I believe in equity and the opportunity that all girls should be provided with here in our community. I'm proud to award Daisy Moran with the Community Spotlight Award 2020. She's a phenomenal woman and role model for all women here in our community. Thank you, Daisy, for all your efforts.
Unfortunately, my experience in high school was not always great. I did suffer from a lot of trauma, specifically from my peers. Unfortunately, my peers did not know that what they would say and put in my locker would affect me in my adult years. To this day, I still struggle with body dysmorphia, and I have been diagnosed with severe clinical depression and anxiety. So currently, unfortunately, Latina high schoolers are the highest rates of suicide compared to any demographic. I am part of that statistic. In high school, when I could no longer bear the bullying, the isolation, I attempted suicide. Luckily, I'm a survivor of suicide, and I want to use my voice and my platform to help advocate for other Latinas and other women of color, or just women in general, who are suffering in silence, because you are not alone. I am a proud daughter of immigrants, and I contribute to the society and community because I understand what it feels like to be underserved, and I want to help those that want to break their generational cycles. I want to uplift women of color because I know how powerful we are in this society, and we can make that change and difference that we want to see in the world. When I was getting bullied and I would cry to my abuelita, she would always tell me, "Deja que los perros ladren, tú sigue adelante." Meaning, let the dogs bark and you keep walking forward. So please don't ever let other people's opinions bring you down, because you are powerful just the way you are. And you must find it in yourself to find that power and empower others around you.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today as we honored the incredible and amazingly talented young women here in the Quad Cities. We also have to give a huge shout out to Cowork QC who lent us this beautiful space to film this event, and we really couldn't have done it without them. Like we had said, this has been just such a trying year, so we're so happy that we were still able to make this happen even in a virtual space. And if you like what you've seen today and you feel compelled to donate your time, to donate monetarily, or to even just give of yourself to this organization, feel free to reach out to us at lovegirlsmagazine.com. Find us on all the social medias, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. You can find us there. And to close us out, we're going to have Charlotte Boyer sing us a song called Bright. And it's a song that touched me. It was one that I wanted to close out the in-person Love Awards with, so we're still making it happen today. Thank you so much again for spending time with us.
Can nobody love somebody that do not love themselves? You are what you choose to be. It's not up to no one else. So be great, be kind. Don't let them dim your light. There's a woman like the sun should always stay bright. Can nobody love somebody that do not love themselves? You are what you choose to be. It's not up to no one else. So be great, be kind. Don't let them dim your light. There's a woman like the sun should always stay bright.